So, Capricorn, let's take a look at what's happening. This is the Ten of Wands. Wands depicts action, movement. Tens are the ending of something. So it looks like all the things that you've been trying to organize, get things together, get your words right, all those pre-planning things you did for either activities or releasing things, that is right on your plate now. So you're looking at it, start releasing some of these responsibilities, start speaking your truth with love and kindness, and make those changes that you've been really wanting to make. It looks like for the past couple of years, this is a 10, so it is the ending of something. So it looks like putting down some of those things that responsibilities that are too hard for you, burdens that aren't yours, and start healing yourself, Capricorn. It's time to heal yourself. So take a look at what you can do for you. I know you guys love to give to others, but it's time to take heed. Start healing yourself, your body, your awareness, your environment, so you can move forward a little more effortlessly into your future without a lot of questioning or without a lot of burdens. So speak those truth, Capricorns, with love and kindness, and move that energy out that you've been looking at. What crosses you is the Knight of Swords. So there is a little bit of tumultuous communication, it looks like. Could be a conversation you've been avoiding that you need to take a look at, whether it is one to benefit you or to benefit someone else. But it's a necessary communication. Looks like something that you've been avoiding for a while, and it can bring a little bit of strife, a little bit of distress to it. But as long as you put out in the world what is positive and from your heart without malice, then the movement can happen for you. But it looks like whatever changes are happening here is not going to make somebody very happy at all. Could be a air sign, and air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or it just could stand for someone. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but it does look like this will kind of kick up some dust that you've been trying to avoid. But it looks like you've been swallowing that dust for a long time, Capricorn. So it's time to move that energy out, speak your truth, make those changes, or at least communicate how you would like those changes to go. For many of you, this can be a love person. This can be your lover, your husband, your partner, your spouse, your wife, or it can be children, or even work situations. But it does look like it's more on an interpersonal. So it could be a friend that you really need to address some situations about, or a partner or lover, something like that. That is what crosses you. So take that leap of faith and find your kind words and speak your truth, so you can make those changes for you, or at least make those around you aware of the changes that you need to happen. There is another Knight here, the Knight of Cups. Now, cups can be water signs. Knights can be either male or female. And that's someone usually around in their 30s to 40s. Or it could be someone even older that maybe doesn't have the wisdom of their natural age. Maybe they present themselves a little bit younger. But cups are water signs. That's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So this communication will be affecting other people as well. So make sure that when you present your communication, it is done from love and a place of honoring both participants, yourself and the other person. So speak those words, Capricorn. It looks like you have swallowed those words for a very long time, and hesitated because it will affect other people. For some of you, it may be releasing a relationship that has been toxic or has not been healthy for you, or just making those changes within that relationship. And yes, that does have a trickle down type of effect on the people in your family, or the person actually that you're requesting the changes from. So what has just happened, something that is in the past, is you are finding your balance, dear Capricorn. And it is in the position in the past, so I would say you have achieved it. Now, you're not just looking at it, but it looks like you are really starting to honor your needs, your desires for things first and foremost, rather than putting your desires and your creature comforts on the back burner so someone else's comfort can be addressed first. Now it's time to really address the things that you need to address. And it looks like you really got it over the last month and a half, that it's time to put you first. It's okay. And it is not selfish to want to do something other than what someone else wants to do. So it's just a matter of reprioritizing and making you as important as the others in your life. The Hermit is what is happening now, and that is in the present time, and that's just going into yourself, looking at the light of your spirit, listening to what spirit has to tell you, and really trying to work it out without all the distractions and the needs and pulling from all the other outside sources. So it's time to go within and take a look at what it would look like for you to make these changes and really start to move that energy. And for many of you, I'm feeling that it is almost trapped in a job. I'm feeling this a job is almost trapping you, that you do it really well, but it's not as solid as you want it to be. It isn't as honoring as you want it to be, even though you do very well and you get verbal confirmation that you do very well. It looks like the money just isn't there. So you may have to make a unilateral move. You may have to look at going to a different company to really up your abundance. But this is really taking a look at what you want to do and how you want it to look. So take the time to go into yourself, figure out what you need for your happiness, your light, and how it will work for you without all the distractions and opinions of others from the outside. Page of Pentacles is in the future position. This can stand for a child. The Pentacles are Earth. That's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And pages many times can stand for messages. And so you may be getting a message from an earth sign. Some of these decisions may affect an earth sign as well moving forward. If it isn't a child, it could be an adult acting like a child. So don't let bad behavior stand in the way of your happiness or your success. So push right through it. I'm sure these changes are going to put people into some fear. So it's all right to validate the fear, to acknowledge that these people are capable and the change will affect them, but without compromising your happiness and your journey, because it looks like you really are have solidly made a decision, but not quite sure how to enact it, how to start the ball rolling, or what it's going to look like on the other side of that decision. This is the foundation. It is an 8 of Swords, and this is exactly what it looks like, feeling trapped. So this situation that you're about to speak of, Capricorn, which you're about to change, has been making you feel like you're being held hostage and you aren't being able to heal yourself or speak your truth. And don't look at what's really going on here, because it upsets the apple cart for other people. So grab that healing energy. This orange is really lighting up for me, Cap, that it is time for you to move that energy, toss off those shackles, and move about the country freely. And speaking your truth does not mean, being manipulative or speaking in anger. So you will have to find the right time to approach these conversations, but it's been holding you back from your highest creative essence and your healing and your flying into your karma. So you're really looking at that. It's right next to the Hermit. So it feels like it's the last vestige of really being held hostage over a situation. And that all it's going to take is one step into your truth, one step into your courage, Capricorn, to speak that truth and make those changes for you. And if the other folks aren't on the ride, with you. You're just going to have to do it yourself. You are very capable and tenacious, one of the most tenacious signs. And now that we've got Pluto in Capricorn, all that mystery and magic and endings. Pluto can be endings. That's the deeper side. So you're really looking at some deep stuff now, Capricorn. So I applaud you. The sooner you take a look at it and make that step into change, the quicker it will change more towards a positive. And as you can see, is going up the line into a really positive place. The Wheel of Fortune is wonderful. It's one of my favorite cards. What you put into life, you get out of it. It can go one way or the other. If you keep things positive, you keep your mind fruitful and kind, that is what you draw into you. The Wheel of Fortune, though, if you're negative and woe is me and everything's a problem, then it will expand that mental programming, because our mind is a little computer. Whatever we tell it to do, it's going to create. So if you're living in misery, switch your mindset to the more positive. Find your humility, find your gratitude. And just doing a daily gratitude will help you move some of those negative thoughts. I know it's real easy to get caught up in that negative pattern, and it just feeds from one negative to another. The same as a positive. If you put positive out there in the world, it feeds from one positive thing to another. So keep it positive, keep that Wheel of Fortune moving, and when those negative thoughts come in your head, Capricorn, just superimpose it with a positive. And getting rid of the words never, no, don't in your mindset is great. Yes, abundance, capable. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. So your mind can create the positive aspects of your thoughts, not the negative aspects of your thoughts. So that's how the Wheel of Fortune works. And it's right next to the card here of, I really think you're surrendering out of this kind of hold. You are no longer available to be held captive by someone else's words, someone else's deeds, someone else's thoughts. It's time for you to put that Wheel of Fortune into motion and move it into a more positive. So, and you may have to release some friendships or take a step back from negative people that are in your life while you are switching your mindset from negative to positive. It reinforces the negative if we hang around negative people that are always bitching and complaining and everything's wrong. So switch your mindset to a one of peace and gratitude, and you will see the wonderful results of that with the Wheel of Fortune. The Fool is the next card. This is the beginning of the journey. As I said, the Fool is not necessarily a bad card at all. It can mean making the same mistake over and over. But where it is in the reading, it is really taking a step into the unknown. Don't be so fearful. You can be fearful and take that first step into the unknown too. But take a chance. Take a chance into the unknown and take a leap of faith. That is, for me, what the Fool means more, is taking a leap of faith. Trust that inner dialogue. Trust the God of your heart that you are on the right path and you are moving in the right direction. So that is the Fool. And what is next is, how is your garden growing? That is the 7. It is the 7 of Pentacles. And pentacles are movement, that's earth. So it looks like you have some earthly things to do, Capricorn, which is right in line with your sign. So it's time to do some physical things, plant some seeds so they can grow, plant those seeds of ideas into grow and do something different. Trying something different is a wonderful thing. So that's what it looks like. You are just deciding what kind of veggies and seeds you want to put in that new tilled soil. And so it's time to do some things for you, some things that you've always wanted to do, Capricorn. Release some of that fear, anxiety, pressures from the outside. But the sun is new beginnings and bursts of energy. And the baby here is kind of lighting up for me. So you have some baby ideas and baby projects that really need a little nurturing and a little of your attention. It looks like healing your body is one of them. I know in the beginning of the year, a lot of us make our New Year's resolutions to start that diet or move our body around or really commit to taking care of our earth suit, our temple. And that looks like one of your new commitments, Capricorn. For many of you, it will be your diet. For many of you, it will be exercise. Or just changing a habitual pattern that isn't healthy for your earth suit, that isn't healthy for your temple. So make that a reality, commit to that, and it will also help you to solidify some of the ideas that you're having here. You know, when we move our bodies around and we treat our temple a little kinder, it's easier to manifest. It feels, or at least to me, it feels it's easier to manifest on that physical level when we're taking care of our spiritual needs as well as our physical needs. Ace of Cups, brand new beginnings, path, karmic path things, a little bit of emotions coming up. There is a lot of emotional planets moving into our awareness. So you may hit some things that you thought were resolved from the past, but ultimately it's just putting the final piece of the puzzle in, releasing those energy so you can move forward. You can open that heart space. Looks like really healing the heart, healing the emotions, not getting triggered by things from the past, but really getting firmly on your karmic path, and loving yourself freely, giving to yourself, and learning to receive love freely as well. So this is a really good space for your heart chakra, for your heart lessons. I'm surprised the Lovers isn't in here, Capricorn, because I'm really feeling that this is about relationship space. And it's also a relationship to yourself, being kind to yourself and having a romance with yourself. Really enjoying yourself a little bit more. So it looks like you've turned the corner of some self-doubt and fear, and it's just putting these things into motion and really reconnecting with the God of your heart, reconnecting with your journey and what you were put here for. So you're getting a little bit more and more clarity about what you're here for and what your next step is. Since it is the beginning, January, I would like to throw 3 cards. One for love in the new year, one for money, and one for health. So this is the love card, and the love card is the 2 of Pentacles, which is also finding your balance. It's a repeat of this. So in your love space, finding your balance, making you a priority, using your words with love and kindness, not swallowing any words. And when someone hurts your feelings, deal with it right away. You know, grab your big girl, big boy pants, find your balance, and speak your truth. So that is in the love space. This is the money space, which is the 7 of Wands. So a little bit of challenges with money, it looks like, but ultimately finding a little bit more balance. And it also feels like finding a new way to make money, or an additional way to make money. So I think there are new things coming to you and new choices to make money over the next year. My dog Becca says hi. Anyway, so that's 7 of Wands. And health is the last one. Oh, there's 2 I pulled for health. Page of Swords and the Chariot. The Chariot is also one of balance. So what I'm feeling for this is release unnecessary and needy relationships that do not serve you, even if the test of time has been there. But if it is one that is really being needy, pulling on you, one that is not rising to the occasion and not reciprocal, then that needs to either take a break from that or release it altogether. But it doesn't look like it's mentally healthy for you to hang on to some of these relationships and friendships that have not been serving you for a while. Also, the Chariot is here. That can be travel and style. It's also one about balance. It's also one about mind, body, spirit. So really it looks like Capricorn finding that healthy balance for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And, you know, re-embracing, taking care of your body. I think that you will really benefit from that this year and from the years to come.